Hey guys, quick video. Haven't done one in, Lord, I guess about a week or so. Tomorrow is Monday and I'm going to drive this truck to work. It's about a 120-mile trip up there and back. This old truck done really good the last time I drove it. I was having some issues with it, and turned out to be the pickup coil in the distributor. But anyway, the reason for this video, I'm not addressing, I have addressed the lean. Some people call it a Chevy lean, and I've had a bunch of these trucks. Most all of them have it, and it's typically on the driver's side. I have seen it on the passenger side. Had a few of them with it on the passenger side. Now you'll see this is a 1-inch lift shackle. It's a little shorter than this one, so that will actually lift the truck up. I'm going to put these up front. Hang on just a second. Okay, sorry about that. I just didn't want those bouncing around in the morning. But anyways, so the driver's side here has a 1-inch lift shackle on it, and that's leveled it up perfect. Now my driveway's not level. My garage floor is, and I've measured it on all 4 corners. It sets right now. So a couple ways you can address this. I've done several things in the past. I have taken the leaf springs apart, and the one that actually bolts to the frame, you know, the hangers, you can take the leaf spring pack apart and take the spring under it out, and usually that'll drop the, you know, the opposite side, whichever side it's leaning, do that to the opposite side, and typically that will level it up. If you have just a stock truck, stock height, that's probably what I would advise on it. But anyways, this lift shackle worked out great. It's the first time I've ever done it. I have also in the past, I've chiseled the pop rivets off the hangers and moved those where they needed to be. I'm not sure what causes that lean, but you know, like I said, a bunch of them have had it, more so than not. So like I said, I've addressed it several different ways. When the springs, or when the rear end's on the bottom of the springs, you can actually put a block on one side or the other. Again, whichever side's leaning, that's the one you want to lift. Or if you're going to take the leaf spring apart, vice versa, whichever side's leaning, you want to take the other side out to make the other side drop down, if that makes sense. But I would advise that little lift shackle. It wasn't bad. It was kind of a pain to get it to get the bolt hole lined up, which was a little odd. But everything's true on it. The rear end's straight. Didn't mess with my wheel center whatsoever. So Tim Dixon actually told me about those lift shackles, and I had never tried that. Like I said, I've done 1,000 different things to make them set right, and all of them works. All of them will work, but this is probably the cleanest way to do it. Now, if you do a 5/7 drop and it's leaning one way or the other, and if you actually go 7 inches in the back, the axle flip is 6 inches. So anyways, if you do the 5 and 7, now this is a 5 and 6, so it's got just a little bit of a rake in the back. It's a little bit higher in the back. It doesn't really look like it on the video, but if you measure it out, it's a little higher in the back than it is the front. That's what I like. Now, if you want to do the 5/7, it will set pretty much level, but now you have to cut the bed brace out, all that junk. I would advise doing the 5/6, but if you want that extra inch in the back and it's leaning to one side or the other, the 5/7 kit comes with a drop shackle. It comes with 2 drop shackles, I'm sorry. So you can use the drop shackle on whichever side is higher, and that will level it up. So like I said, several different ways to fix that issue. If you have something specific, you're welcome to comment. Whatever I can do to help you out, be glad to do it. Also, if you want to go over and check out Square Body Syndicate, I had a couple people ask me about that tag. It's Square Body Syndicate. I think I'm saying that right. They have tags, obviously, shirts, stickers, hats. They've got some pretty cool stuff. So go over and check those guys out. They're in no way sponsoring me whatsoever. I just like their gear. Pretty cool stuff. So anyways, that's it. I just wanted to show y'all that I got the truck level. I noticed it in my last video. I thought it might have been the yard, the way it was setting. So after that video, I pulled it in the garage, and curiosity got the best of me, and I got a tape measure out, and it was setting 1 inch lower on the driver's side. Now I've had them 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. That's typically where they're at, inch to 1.5 inches, somewhere in between. That lift shackle should solve your problem. Now this one was 1 inch exactly, so it worked out perfect. The truck sets perfectly level all the way around on all 4 corners. Of course, something else, I think Primer's Best done a video on it. I haven't. I changed the marker lights up here up front, put a new set of those in. The wheel well trim, side trim, that was kind of a pain, just getting the old glue and stuff off. Now back here, I've noticed a lot of people doing it. I don't really like it. I'm probably going to cut that and put the little aluminum piece back here. I've got them for this truck. Now this side laid really good. This side looks good, but this side's got a little old ding in it, and that trim don't want to really set in there right. I also put new tail lights in it. Several things. I'm really liking this truck. I've had several ask me, Superior, Cleveland, Tennessee. I think that's where the truck was bought new, but had several people ask me to buy this truck, and I've told them it wasn't for sale. And most anybody that knows me knows anything in this yard's for sale besides that old black 90 model GMC and that gold one, the one on the far right, one on the far left. Those are the only two in the yard that are not for sale. You can go back on some other videos and check those out. The 99, that was my dad's truck. He bought that years ago, and I remember he bought it when I was pretty young, and I remember playing with the vents and stuff. He got on to me for it when he was buying it. He thought I was going to break the vents. So that old truck's been around a long time. I got that from him when I was about 18, and I'm 34 now, so I've had it a long time. The 90 model was supposed to be my first truck, and then he traded it, and it went to West Tennessee and somehow made its way back down here to a local pawn shop. Somebody pawned the title. It was all to pieces. It runs and drives really good. I just haven't fooled with it. Eventually I'm going to put it in the garage and tear it apart and fix it. It's originally white, so I'll put it back just exactly like I remember it. But anyways, I'm going to drive this one again to work tomorrow. I work in Oak Ridge up at Y12, so it's 120 miles there and back. I'm going to drive this one tomorrow and hopefully drive Sam Tuesday or Wednesday. I've still got to bleed the brakes on that truck. That's pretty much the only thing that's holding me up. I've had several issues here around the house that I had to address, but got all that taken care of. So I may get the wife out here with me tomorrow. She is not a car person at all, but she does know how to bleed brakes after the last, oh Lord, 10 or 12 years of her being together. She's bled a few brakes for me, so I'll have her do that, and then I'll drive that truck to work and back. And if it makes it up there and back, I can guarantee you Primer's Best will not take it on another trip that far. So I just want to make sure the truck's good to go, and no issues. I don't want him having no problems out of it. But anyways, y'all have a good one. I'm going to get in the house and get the baby and play with her for a little while and try to get a shower and get in the bed. I will be taking off from here right around 3 a.m. in this truck. Again, like I said, I've drove it once to work and back, but you still get a little nervous when you're leaving at 3 o'clock in the morning and driving it that far. But like I said, I'm really enjoying this truck. Really like it a lot. And everybody kind of picks at it because it's a long bed. I don't care. If it wasn't so much trouble, I'd cut the bed and I'd add 2 or 3 more foot to it. I love them long. The longer and lower, the better. If they're long and setting low, I like it. Any of the old big body cars like that 59 Impala wagon you've seen Primer's Best do a video on, I have tried to buy that car, and I'm hoping one of these days, fingers crossed, I'll get a call and say, hey, it's for sale. And hopefully I'm in a position I can just run over and grab it. So, all right, you guys have a good one. I'm gonna get in the house. I will catch you on the next one.